You got clutch.
What's going on, people? It's your main man, Johnny Clutch Cards, back at you again with a fantasy football video. We're doing our fantasy football draft here on Yahoo. This is a paid team, and we're going to see what we get here. We amazingly got the first pick in the draft, so we've already selected Christian McCaffrey. Now we're just going to let the draft come to us and see what we get. I'm just really recording these for posterity. I don't even know if I'm going to post this stuff or not. So if I posted it, thanks for watching. I appreciate that. But, you know, getting ready for fantasy football season, this is my third draft out of 3 pay leagues. And I think I have another 3 or 4 to go, including the Dynasty draft, which I don't know if this content is going to work or not, or if anybody's interested in it other than myself. But I'm going to make it, and I'm going to post it, and we'll see. So I'm picking first. As we can see, let's recap the draft right here thus far. I picked first. I took Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Zeke, Henry, Kamara, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor, and right now it's at the end. This is a 10-teamer because this is a standard Yahoo draft. I think it's half-point PPR. We are using the Roster Watch cheat sheet along with the Draft Assistant from Fantasy Pros. Both great tools. They really help you as far as sizing up the pool and being able to see what's there, what's not there. Okay, yeah. And I'm in a break at the same time. A weird break where somehow he did like a bulk handout of teams. So it's 10 spots, and then he took the 10 spots, and wherever you were, that was like the order of teams that you got. So if the top 3, if you have the number 1 spot and the top 3 teams were Hornets, Timberwolves, Lakers, you would get those first 3 teams, and then the next 3 teams would go to whoever was number 2, so forth and so on. Which I've never seen done before. It's kind of trash, and I'm a little dejected by that whole situation right now. So I'm just going to chill and keep it moving. Just get it like that. All right, cool. At any rate, so we're waiting for it to come back to us. We're watching everything come off the board here. Tariq Hill and Saquon went at the turn. Travis Kelce, second pick of the second round. And we're waiting for it to work its way back this way. It seems like all these guys are in attendance. This was a $10 league on Yahoo. So we spent $10 to get into this league, and you know, if we win, I think you get like $45 or something like that. I think it's like $45. I have to double check. But at any rate, we're trying to get the picks back this way as we see Austin Eckler come off the board. My strategy, particularly in the one hole, is when this comes back, you know, I'm still taking best available. Whatever's the best available right now. Let's take a look at the draft assistant, see if it updates here. Should it update? Well, actually, can I view it here? All right. Oh, my bad. Let me launch the fantasy assistant. Launch assistant. Draft assistant with sync. So this is how we launch the draft assistant. We're going to see what we get here. Oh, looks like the pick is back on us. Let's see what we got. So it's suggesting Joe Mixon and DK Metcalf. Let's see what we got here. Now, me personally, let me get to the players. I'm tripping. Man, I would say I'll take DK right there for real. All right, now let's see what updates here. It wants me to take Joe Mixon. I'm just not feeling Joe Mixon this year, man. I'm really not feeling Joe Mixon. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to take Waller there. So now I got Christian McCaffrey, Darren Waller, and DK Metcalf as my starting first three picks off the board. And now we're just going to see how this thing plays out, who comes back to me. Gonna leave our draft wizard up and kind of see. Let's see what happens after my pick here. Still trying to see what's going on here on this draft. My bad. This box break, which is I haven't really seen anything of note. Just for posterity, I had the Pacers, the Thunder, the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Wizards, the Pelicans, the Magic, the Rockets, and the Knicks. And it was pretty trash the way they did it. So not too happy about that. This is the thing about breaks. Don't buy into breaks with people who you're not sure how they do them, or you're not cool with how they do things without checking them out first. Sometimes we learn hard lessons. It is what it is. So after I took Waller, Mixon came off the board, Justin Jefferson came off the board, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, there's Patty Mahomes. Let's see who else. Clyde Edwards-Helaire comes off right behind Patty. And as you can see, the draft wizard over here is suggesting these are, according to ECR over at Fantasy Pros, they're suggesting overall to take Chris Carson, Terry McLaurin, CD Lamb, Kyler Murray. Those are the suggested. Now you can also click down and go Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson to the particular position. So if I was looking for a particular position, I could click off and focus on that position itself and not worry about, the rest there, right? Like I say, I just want to take a tight end. Oh, well, you should take George Kittle. So it makes suggestions based upon what's there, what's available, which is cool. And then if we come here to the cheat sheet, I can look at I can flip through my cheat sheets here. So here, this shows me the Fantasy Pros pick prediction against, likely to be picked next. And then this shows the order that I put everybody in to go into this custom cheat sheet that is basically the roster watch standard half point PPR list that's currently posted today, 9/3 September 2021. So if we get back here to the draft, we see Allen Robinson come off the board, Chris Carson, Terry McLaurin, who we're just looking at, come off the board. And we're going to see who comes back to us. Right now it's suggesting CD Lamb. I love the Dallas offense. I'm not sure if I'm buying into CD Lamb or Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup. I think one of them will be good, possibly two of them, but all three, I don't know. So me personally, I try to lean toward people who I can kind of depend on more, and that's typically my focal point. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's the end of the third round. And the first pick of the fourth round is James Robinson, followed by CD Lamb. Let's see who goes next. Meanwhile, let's do this. We're going to check the chat right quick. Let's minimize that, see if anything going down in the chat. There's nothing going on over here in the chat, doesn't seem like. As George Kittle comes off the board. George Kittle is a guy, love me some George Kittle. Love to take him. Wouldn't mind waiting for him instead of taking Waller. Waller just was sitting up there and good value. So I guess with this Christian McCaffrey, I guess at this point, I don't know if I'm hero RB yet, but if I take another non-running back, yeah, I think we'll be full hero RB at this point. So we'll see what happens here. David Montgomery comes off the board. It's recommending DeAndre Swift, which is a guy I definitely like. Worried about the passing game, and I know he had some type of undisclosed injury, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I was reading notes up on him. Let's see what happens. Jonnu Smith in the 4th round. Huh. Okay. Mike Evans, Josh Jacobs, Chris Godwin comes off the board. It's really getting thick up in here. Let's see what happens. Guys appear to be pretty serious. We're going to see what happens. I haven't seen Jonnu Smith go in the 4th round. I don't know what that one was about. A little FOMO for the Patriots, maybe. Okay, Amari Cooper comes off, and now it's our pick. We got DeAndre Swift here. We're going to check our cheat sheet. Cheat sheet recommends DeAndre Swift as well. Gus Edwards, Kareem Hunt. All right, so let's go to players. See what we're gonna do. You know what? I like the Gus bus. I'm going with the Gus bus right there. Now, with our second pick, man, I think I might no. Let's take a look at the wide receivers here. Thielen, Cup. Man, you know what? I think I'm going Cup, man. Thielen, Cup is up there. Oh, Cooper Cup. It recommends Cooper Cup too. I'm taking Cooper Cup. Let's do Cooper Cup. Yeah, keep in mind. So I got a number 2 back. I think the number 2 back is now Gus Edwards. Let's take a look at my team. I got Cooper, McCaffrey, Gus Edwards, Waller, Cooper Cup. Not bad at all. Let's check in on this again. Let's see. All right, so let's get back to the draft results. Right after I take Cooper Cup, Kyle Pitts comes off the board. Miles Sanders, Michael Gallup, and DeAndre Swift. So, will we regret not taking DeAndre Swift? Could. It could. We could. We could end up regretting that. We'll see. Robert Woods comes off the board. And let's see. Oh man. So really, a lot of times I like to just keep with just taking the best available. Obviously, we haven't taken a quarterback at this point. I might start building that out just to keep track of guys that I prefer. So like I might go here and start adding people in. Obviously, kind of looking at this list, we would talk Kyler. I would say Dak, Lamar, Russ, Aaron Rodgers on revenge tour, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert. All right, I feel good about those right there. And then just as they come off the board, it'll be kind of like a reminder that, hey, timing is everything. So we're going to end up down here. Lamar is up here. Kyler's here. Around our pick is Dak. So really 3 of those guys could come off the board. And then another one next round. So it might behoove us, if one falls to us, to just take them at that point in time, or possibly reach for Russell, or wait to this next tier where hopefully Rodgers looks like he'll be inbounds. Tom Brady or Justin Herbert could fall to us. So that might be the strategy there. We're gonna look here and see. Oh, suggest another player. Huh. What is that about? Don't know what that's about. Kareem. Thielen still out there. Deontay Johnson. I have been getting a little Deontay recently, so that has been good. Kareem Hunt is out there. Damian Harris. Harris might be a good pick. If who knows? If I can get Deontay and Damian Harris, that might be the way to go there. We'll see. Damian Harris is kind of in the middle of the round. Deontay is not even on the page for Yahoo that I can see here. Yeah, don't even see him on the page. And it looks like we're coming back toward the end of the draft. Deontay just went off the board. That's why he's not there. So after Swift was Robert Woods, Tyler Lockett, Julio, Deontay Johnson, DJ Moore to end round 5, and let's see what turns around and comes out on this other side. I'm just gonna send this guy a message. All right, and as we type, Mike Davis comes off the board. Kyler Murray, there's one of our guys, Kyler Murray, off the board there. We're going to see what happens here. This is going to get interesting. Kyler comes off the board. Let's go back to the player pool. Lamar's still up there. Kyler was lower down. But Dak is starting to fall into our range. But, who knows what's going to happen there. Damian Harris, we're also looking at. If we go to our cheat sheet here, it's telling us Kareem Hunt, Damian Harris, Melvin Gordon, Chase Edmonds, Darrell Henderson, Raheem Mostert. It's basically saying, take a running back, stupid. So we're going to wait and see what falls to us and see how things look. We are now in the 6th round, and it's coming back to us. So let's see who's coming off the board here. Lots of tight ends, man. Goodness. It's starting to go tight end heavy. Here we go. So Adam Thielen goes, T.J. Hawkinson, followed by Mark Andrews. There's Lamar. Off the board. Lamar is out of there. Lamar Jackson, he's out of there. Lamar Jackson is out of there. So now we're just looking at Dak. And now these are the points in the draft where you start to think, oh man, am I going to get my guy? And sometimes you put unnecessary pressure on yourself because even if I don't get Dak, that's fine because there's other quarterbacks to get. So you might pair them off with be able to pair up a couple quarterbacks and kind of wing it. You're in a 10-team league. There's 32 teams in the NFL. There's going to be plenty of quarterbacks left for you to play. You just have to be a little more savvy. You can't be a lazy man, set it and forget it, per se. And even then, you can't really set it and forget it. And as I say that, there goes Dak Prescott. Bye, Dak. Between Lamar Jackson and Damian Harris comes off the board, who we were looking at. Man. So Kareem Hunt, what does the cheat sheet say? Cheat sheet says Kareem Hunt. So we are going to take Kareem Hunt here. We're going to listen to them and take Kareem Hunt here. Now, with the second one, we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look back here. Let's look. Jamar Chase. I'm not feeling the whole Jamar Chase thing, man. I'm not really about that life. Why it's not even suggesting no quarterbacks for me. All right, let's see. So we want to look at this full picture to see if there's anybody that jumps out at us that we need to have. So, you know, I, I'm just gonna take Russ here, man. I'm gonna take Russ. I'm going to reach down and take Russell Wilson. I'm done taking Russ Wilson. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Taking Russell Wilson. After I take Kareem Hunt and Russell Wilson, Jerry Judy and Logan Thomas come off the board, I think I'm glad I took Waller because people are really psyched about tight ends. You see, people are about getting their tight ends. Goodness gracious. So let's see what happens there. The grid, we looking at Jamar Chase. I'm not so psyched about Jamar Chase. I don't know about the Bengals being the poor man's Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sold on that. That's why I really didn't want to take Mixon, just because I know that I've owned Mixon in past years, and I was one of the guys who owned him last year when everybody was super psyched about him, and you know and basically 2 games in, they were like, okay, let's just wait for Jacksonville. He's gonna go crazy, and then get rid of him. And if you're like me, you probably got stuck with him. You tried to trade him, it didn't work, and then he got hurt, and that was the end of that. So, not gonna do that this year. It's okay to do that. I think just be like, I'm not putting myself through that again. The offensive line is terrible in Cincinnati, and I want no parts of it. Unless I get T. Higgins at a value or Tyler Boyd late in the draft in deep drafts. And, other than that, like, I'm good. I'm good. That's all I can say about that. That's all I like to say about that. Let's see what else we got. So, Logan Thomas, Chase Claypool, Tyler Higbee, another tight end, Javonte Williams, good pick, Justin Herbert, QB, and we are a couple picks away from the end, and hoping to bring it back. Let's take a look at our team and see where we are. So we got a full starting roster here. Our starting lineup: Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Cooper Kupp, Christian McCaffrey, Gus Edwards, Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt. It's decent. It's decent. It's decent. Now we just got to fill it up with some superstars to kind of round everything out. Let's see. Let's go back to the draft results. Tom Brady, after Daryl Henderson, in between Tom Brady and Justin Herbert, comes off the board, and I believe we're about to hit the turn with these next 2 picks in the 7th round and start the 8th round. So we're gonna see what shakes out here as we go through this. This is pretty interesting. Tom Brady is somebody I think on some of my other drafts I've been getting him this year. As a second quarterback mostly, just because he falls so low. T. Higgins, another guy I just brought up not too long ago, talking about speaking of Cincinnati. Um, Tom Brady is somebody that I've been getting recently, and I'm cool with it, particularly as a second quarterback, just to see if he kind of goes off early. Another year, with Antonio Brown. I mean, arguably one of the best wide receiving cores in the NFL. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown. And then you add in Gronk, who's all otherworldly in many ways. Um, and another year in the same offense, and see how good Tom Brady's going to be. Let's see. I'm trying to see who is coming out of these boxes. That is, oh man, that this break is terrible. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers comes off the board to start the eighth, followed by Myles Gaskin. That's another backfield I'm not signing up for. Is the Miami backfield. They spent all last year talking about somebody to replace Myles Gaskin. They got multiple backs now. Yeah, I do like Tua, and I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about liking Tua. Most people are kind of like either on the fence or out on Tua. I think Tua is gonna take a step forward this year. At least I really hope so. Rather, and I think he has the landscape to do so. So I'm very intrigued at that prospect. And putting my money where my mouth is. I think I have him in a few best ball leagues, and in a couple pay leagues as well. So, and I'll be looking at him going forward too. Jalen Hurts comes off the board. Brandon Ayuk, that's the guy we're kind of looking at when things came back. And we go back here to the cheat sheet, PPR, the roster wise cheat sheet. Here we are. We're looking at Melvin Gordon, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert. I've been getting a lot of Mostert. Mostert is a guy that, I love to draft him because I know when he plays, he going off. Like, it's just no other way around it. He going off. Now, will he stay healthy? I don't think he has since he started this run. I don't think he's ever stayed healthy for an entire season. But if he ever does, he's gonna go off. So I don't, I would like to take the opportunity to catch that lightning in a bottle if I can, and don't miss. So now the pick is back on us. It's still telling us to take Jamar Chase. I don't think we're taking Jamar Chase. I do think we're going to take Raheem Mostert because, that's just how I get down. I think I'm going to also take, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the team. I got Cup, Robbie Anderson. I think I'm gonna take Beckham, man. I think I'm gonna take Beckham, man. I'm gonna let somebody else take Beckham. I'm gonna take Antonio Brown right there. I'm gonna take Antonio Brown. It's not who they wanted me to take, and Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. That's great. But I'm gonna go with my gut. Let's see. Let's see. Let's take a look at the draft results so far. So, just to follow up, lead up to what's called Ayuk went. Michael Thomas went in the 8th round. The Los Angeles Rams defense, Tyrell Williams, Washington defense, Trace Sermon, Raheem Mostert behind him, Antonio Brown, Juju, Justin Tucker, Tony Pollard, Harrison Butker. Okay, so there you have it. We're picking kickers now here in the 9th round. So it's getting interesting. Getting interesting. Is that it? Hold on. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see how many spots we got. Okay. I only filled 2 bench spots. I think I get at least 4 bench positions available. So I get 2 more bench positions. All right, so we're going to stick with picking players here. Keeping in mind there's only 10 teams in this league, so there's going to be a lot of talent left over. So we don't have to trip right now. Let's see. All right. Let's get back to the draft here. Round by round. All right. So after Butker, Beckham went, Chase Edmonds, Pittsburgh defense, A.J. Dillon, Brandon Cooks in round 9, Noah Fant. Back that up with Noah Fant. Are these people taking 2 tight ends? It's really crazy. I think somebody had to take 2. So we'll see. So it's coming back to us. We're going to see who's coming back. We still got Jamar Chase sitting up here, Kenny Galladay sitting up here. Let's look at our team again. Our team, we got the Gus Bus, we got Raheem Mostert, we got Antonio Brown, Kareem Hunt. We have 1, 2, 3 wide receivers. So we definitely need to get some more wide receivers. So we'll see what happens and see what these last 2 spots, what we're going to do with them. Last 2 bench spots. We might just go wide receiver, and call it a day. We're just going to see what comes back to us here. Tyler Boyd moves up into my view. Kenny Galladay just went off the board. Young Wei Koo comes off. Waiting to see what we can get here. Cortland Sutton comes off the board. That's a guy that I really was hoping was going to fall to me. That was Cortland Sutton. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, what do you know? There's an Anthony Edwards. Let's see what we got here. Sutton. Let's see. Okay, Naeem Hines, Robbie Anderson. Let's see what kind of wide receivers we got. Tyler Boyd, Michael Pittman. It's a half-point PPR, so we're gonna try to shoot for the fences here. Let's see what kind of running backs left. Melvin Gordon is still out there. Leonard Fournette, Sony Michel. It's always a lot of them, huh? All right, so let's come back. Man, Jamar Chase is still looking at us, huh? Still looking at low Jamar Chase. You know what? Devontae Smith is down here. Will Fuller is down here. Man, this is bananas. All right. We'll take Chase here. We will take, I'm going to take Depot right here, man. I like Depot. I'll take Depot right there. Now, let's go down to defenses. We don't mind taking Tampa. We don't mind taking San Francisco. Of course, Baltimore. Denver should be good. Cleveland should be straight. Let's see. Chargers might work. New England could work. I'm not sure about their back end, but they should be improved. Miami. After that, I'm good. We'll see what we got out of those. And then kicker. We'll see who's left. Let's see what else is coming off the board. So yeah, that's all we got left here is to pick. All right, that just ended. That was a very crappy break that I was in. It really sucks because I never really buy into those. And as soon as you do, you realize why you shouldn't have done it in the first place. So I took Debo. Tannehill came off the board. Robert Tonyan, Marquise Brown, Leonard Fournette, the Tampa Bay defense, Matthew Stafford, Zach Moss. Oh man, and oh no. Okay, so it should be another round after that. So if I look at my team here, my bench is full. Oh no, I got 2 bench positions available. Oh, okay. I still got 4. We're still 4 more rounds. 4 more rounds. All right. So we got some wide receivers. Let's see what comes back to us. 4 more rounds. 4 more. I could take 2 more players. Let's not get a defense so fast. Let's see what we got going on here. LaVishka. Would love to get Willie Fuller, boy. Would love to get him. He's not going to be here when I pick, but it would be nice to get him. Willie Fuller would be nice to pick up. Because stash Willie Fuller, so if Willie Fuller gets on the field, it's going down. We all know this. As a Houstonian, I can tell you when he gets on the field, it's going down. It's going to be a touchdown as long as the quarterback don't mess it up. Deshaun Watson knew how to not mess that up. Just get it on out there. Let him do his thing. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking a backup tight end. I'm just going to play it by ear. There's only 10 teams. Just going to let that rock. Same thing, kicker. I'm going to take a kicker and a defense, but then that's probably going to be about it. I would like to take Will Fuller right here. Let's look at my team. Cooper Kupp, Christian McCaffrey, Gus Bus, Kareem Hunt, Raheem Mostert, Antonio Brown, Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel. I feel like it's looking pretty good. Let's see. It came back. There was Tampa Bay, Stafford, Zach Moss, Corey Davis, Michael Pittman Jr., Marquez Callaway, James Conner. Don't pick any Arizona running backs. Like, it's not going to work out. The best running back in Arizona is Kyler Murray. Period. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself, as DJ Khaled would say. Never play yourself. LaVisca Chenault, Tyler Bass, Devontae Smith. Cleveland's defense, Jamal Williams at running back, and Justin Fields comes off the board. Right, we're gonna go back to. I don't think I'm gonna take a defense here. I think I'm going to take Willie Fuller here. I think I'm gonna take Willie Fuller right there. I'm gonna follow up Willie Fuller with Kenyon Drake, or Roster White says Sonny Michel. Sonny Michel, Kenyon Drake, Sonny Michel. All right, we are going to take Kenyon Drake or Sonny Michel. Man, this is a tough one. Just because he doesn't got a bad knee. Sonny Michel has the bad bone-on-bone knee. I'm just going to go ahead and go with Kenyon Drake right there. I probably should have went ahead and got a defense, but whatever. We're just going to end up streaming defenses. You can see if one of these defenses comes back to me. Basically, when it comes back to me, if any of these defenses that I put up here are left, I'll take one of them and I'll pick a kicker, and we'll be done, I believe. Let's take a look at our team shaping up. We got no more bench spots. We just got to pick a kicker and a defense, and we will be complete in this draft. And we'll see how we stack up against the rest. Let's see. That's draft board grid. Look at my team. We have 6 wide receivers, 1 quarterback, 4 running backs, a tight end, and another wide receiver, running back, tight end. And we're going to have a kicker and a defense. As you can see, most teams actually are carrying just 1 quarterback. A couple carrying 2. This one is, okay, it's only 2 teams that's carrying 2 tight ends. And then, let's see, everybody else is kind of like the same, right? Picking up their defenses here, kickers. All right, so nothing crazy. Everybody seems to be in a competitive motion. I do kind of like that. It's a low barrier to entry as far as like how much money you got to spend to get in. On Yahoo, you can pick any level, but just by putting that little bit of, skin and having that little bit of skin in the game, seems like, people are more willing to compete rather. And you don't see a lot of like craziness where, somebody picks every Dallas Cowboy. Like they start off and they just take Zeke and Dak and CD Lamb. This year might be kind of hard because CD Lamb and Amari Cooper are pretty close together. But you get the picture. Like they'll be taking, Jason Witten if he's in the pool and things like that. You don't get any of that crazy stuff when you play on like certain free leagues or you just, play a fantasy league out of the blue. So this year I'm playing a whole lot more best ball than actual redraft, just because I just don't have enough time to manage the leagues in the way that I like to. Many times, many years I've done 20, 30 leagues across all different platforms, and spend the time logging in on Monday to come up with your plan for Tuesday and Wednesday to make your waiver pickups, and then come through. Then after waivers, go through every league and determine where you are as a team, and if you need to start making trades or if somebody had a really great game, maybe you're trying to pivot off that guy and start to try to consolidate some talent onto your roster, or take 2, 3 good guys off your bench and get one really good guy to go into your starting lineup, things of that nature. And it's very taxing, so I probably won't be doing as much of that. I'm trying to stay under 10 actual redraft leagues and do mostly best ball, but we shall see. I think I'm at 3 drafted, and I know I got at least another 4 more. There's a dynasty, there's 2 other pay leagues, and then I think there's 1 more. So we'll see. We'll see if I can keep it under control. Right now I'm just playing on Yahoo, Flea, Flickr, and ESPN. And I guess I'll go into each platform possibly. If you like this video, you watched this video at all, and you made it this far into the video where we're making the last couple picks, thank you for hanging around. I really appreciate that. Leave a comment down below. Tell me you made it this far. Let me know if my drafting stinks and I should quit while I'm ahead, or if you like some of the things I do or some of the things I did. If you like more content like this, please let me know. And then what I will do is start to break down each platform and the things I like and don't like about each platform, and give you my strategies, or if you have questions about who you should play over who, or how I view things, or how you don't like how I view things. And all that good stuff is on the table. So just leave a comment down below and get back at me. Right now we are going to see if any of our defenses are left, because these will be our last 2 picks. We can take. Oh, we got our pick of the litter. So will we go with Miami, or will we go with New England? Will we go with Baltimore? We're going to go with Baltimore right there. We're just going to take Baltimore. Devin Duvernay is a killer return guy. I think Miami has good return people too. We're going to take a kicker here. We're going to look. Let's see what they say about kicker. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even put kicker in here, man. So I got to go with what I know. And what I know is I like Jason Sanders. There you go. Jason Sanders. I think, like I said, I believe in Tua. I don't know if he's going to be able to close the deal because he got Gaskins in the backfield, and he's not really a power runner. Anyway, so I think we'll be good there. We'll see. Let's see what these picks look like. That last round, for those who want to know, after we took Kenyon Drake, Jacoby Myers, DJ Chark, Mason Crosby, Joe Burrow, David Johnson, San Francisco's defense, Matt Ryan, Sony Michel, Gerald Everett, another decent pick, Ryan Suckup, Kirk Cousins, Marvin Jones Jr. He's going to score 3 touchdowns at some point, him and Trevor Lawrence. Matt Gay, Jalen Waddle, Irv Smith Jr., he's injured, Trevor Lawrence, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Denver, Baltimore, Jason Sanders, Rodrigo Blankenship, Kansas City is where we're at here in the final round of the draft. If you stayed this long, once again, I want to thank you very much. If you like this content, please click that like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see in addition to this. Do you want to see fantasy football content from your main man, Johnny Clutch Cards? Let me know down in the comments. You know what I mean? We're going to finish this one up. We'll recap, take a look at our team, see where we stand. And I guess I'll, do a little overtime. We'll go actually into the Fantasy Pros software and take a look at how they lay out your league for, managing it during the season. This, Fantasy Pros, and, Fantasy Pros is not sponsored or anything. It's just what I happen to use. I've been doing fantasy football for quite some time. Fantasy Pros is one of the coolest setups I've seen, where you can manage multiple leagues. You can set your lineups, live multiple times. So, part of what's enabled me to kind of maintain some of the levels of playerdom in fantasy that I've had is due to Fantasy Pros over these last few years, especially. So, once lowest score wins makes this final pick, Tua goes off the board. This is a guy I've been taking left and right. I love to get Tua. People tend to not pick him. I'm betting on Tua, and then I just back him up with like a Justin Fields or a Carson Wentz or whoever else I can get off the free agent pool, out of the leftover quarterbacks. Even Mac Jones, people like that will be left at the end. And I just double them up there just in case things go south with Tua. And then, just make a plan that, somebody's going to take multiple quarterbacks, or there's going to be a good quarterback in the free agent pool that I'm going to be able to pick up and maneuver into. So just to recap my team, we got Russell Wilson at quarterback, DK Metcalf and Cooper Kupp at the wide receivers, Christian McCaffrey and Gus Bus at starting running backs. We got Kareem Hunt as our flex with Darren Waller as our tight end. And our bench consists of Raheem Mostert, Antonio Brown, Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, Will Fuller, Kenyon Drake. We got Jason Sanders at the kicker. We got the Baltimore defense. And we are ready to roll, all right? So this is what happens when you get to the end of the Draft Wizard Fantasy Pros. You can click here on View Projected Results. We won't stay here at Yahoo. We'll go ahead and kick in the Fantasy Pros. Take a look at that for a second. Immediately, it gives you kind of like a draft analyzer thing, which means nothing. I'm kind of worried. Like, if it ranks you high, that's bad. That's typically bad. If Fantasy Pros ranks you high, that's not a good look. If any draft analyzer ranks you really high, typically you're not going to finish first. So I'm super worried right now. I'm super duper worried, but it ranked my team the highest, which is terrifying right now. So we're not going to do dashboard right now. We're just going to go ahead. And then, it gives us some draft insights. It gives us some cool stuff there. One of the things I like to look at is the expert opinions to see which team which fantasy experts like your team and which ones don't. So obviously I got Scott Pianowski, who likes my team. I'm just gonna pick out guys that I definitely know from what you call it. I don't know any of the rest of these guys. Justin Dodds. I think I heard of him before. Over here in the hate section is my man Mike Wright from the Fantasy Footballers. I don't appreciate that, Mike. I don't appreciate that. That's not cool. You shouldn't do me like that. I listen to your podcast uh, at least twice a week. So I don't appreciate you doing that to me. That's no good. Then you can come over to Steals and Reaches, where it kind of breaks down where you got steals. Jamar Chase, Will Fuller, Kenyon Drake down here at the end. And I think that might be why we rank so high, because we got the most steals, because we kind of we kind of agree with the suggestions toward the end at one point during the end. And then it'll break down a bunch of other stuff. One of the cooler things here, if we go to the actual My Playbook, if you like this tool, what you're seeing thus far, let me know. I'll do a full breakdown and we'll go all the way through it. Fantasy Pros, My Playbook, which is really dope. Draft was really dope. These tools, you can get them for free because they have like a promotion. Like if you sign up for like DraftKings or a couple other places that they have, where basically you do DFS or some type of, some other type of sports betting or gambling type thing, and you do a deposit, they'll give you 6 free months, which is just long enough for the football season, which is what we had been doing year over year, to get their Hall of Fame package and really take advantage of the unlimited teams and being able to set multiple team lineups all at once in one pane of glass. At any rate, I'm your man, Johnny Clutch Cards, man. I am for the people, by the people. You only got me and the Constitution, man. Remember that.